Hi guys, welcome to Sharon Review. How are you guys doing? All right, so what I notice is that Amber is convicted, and that's a good thing. I wonder if Amber is going to go to Dave now and tell Dave that she needs some space right now. If he's really truly loves her, he will wait on her, and she just continue to go to God. I would really love to see that happening for her. At this point, it looks like Amber's lawyer is going to be fighting for her. Anthony's lawyer was behaving in a very unprofessional manner. One thing I like to do is to call spade a spade, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, guys, Anthony knows that he's wrong. Anthony did wrong. Amber did her dirt too, Anthony did his dirt. But I don't think him should punish her because she asked for a divorce. She don't want you anymore. Set her free. She does deserve something. She don't deserve. She should walk away with nothing. Anthony was playing games. Yes, Amber said it first. Says yes. If you can't go further with Denisha because I'm still your wife. And what did he say? Will Dave wait for you because you're a married woman? How long will he wait for you? Amber's lawyer should have been fighting for her all along. And honestly, guys, we can see, and I do feel Amber pain. I'm not going to say I'm here for Amber or I'm here for Anthony. I'm a woman, number one. First of all, number one, I am a woman. Yeah, she did wrong. But what did her husband did? He put her through a lot. Her best friend put her through a lot. She lost her unborn child. Anthony also has a child with her best friend. Anthony stand up at the church when Ro was supposed to get married to Malachi and told the whole entire congregation that he loves her and disrupt that marriage. When he saw what he did send a divorce paper for Amber to sever the marriage. But what did Amber do? She went and she says, love is blind, love is this, whatever, right? She stand up there and she fought for him. I don't see Anthony fighting for Amber. He is behaving like he's winning. And in my book, guys, Anthony is not winning, not anything by a long shot. See, that's the attorney. That's Amber's attorney. She's speaking right there to Anthony attorney. And she come to her as a woman. She goes to her as a woman and she doesn't want to see her client break down anymore. You know what, guys? You see, on the first time when Amber asked for that divorce, Amber should have not left the door open for Anthony. And I fault her for that. Amber could have simply says, take her money and walk. If they're meant to be together, they'll be together. You understand what I'm saying? Amber is not going to get the any 50. Romari, I understand what you're saying. But look what Anthony did to her. He has a child with her best friend. She was faithful during the marriage. When they were engaged, yes, she was not it. She was not faithful right up till the day of the wedding. We all know all of that. But Romani, you say, so what? So, okay then. So what should Amber ask for, Verna? Exactly. If Amber was a gold digger, she would have been spending Anthony money. Don't you say every time she needs something to get done, she behave like such them not have no money? Right? They behave like she has no money. She doesn't spend frivolously like the rest of the woman in Anthony's life would spend. Shayla is a gold digger. Amber is not a gold digger. She came in there with her money. So what I'm here saying is this. It's not fair for what Anthony is doing. So, Romani, so you agree with what Anthony did? Having a child with her best friend, stand up at a wedding and give and tell another woman that he loves her. And then when her best friend essayed him, he continued with that relationship when she told him that his wife did what she did with Wayne. So now she lost when she found her husband in bed with her husband. Didn't you think that was a situation where she got her heart is torn out of her chest of what her husband did? So right now, Amber cheated now. No, she cheated. So they both have two cheats. She cheated with Wayne and she cheated with Dave. Anthony cheated with who? With Shayla, and now we have Denisha. So at the end of the day, I would love to see healing for these two couple. I need to see how God's plan work for Amber and Anthony. I am not saying I want them back together. I would love to see Amber get healing. And I am on the side of fairness. I am going to stand with the storyline says God has a plan for these two couple. I am happy that she said to God today, says, God, I am sorry, because she knows deep down what she's doing. Right now, she's on a island by herself. And that's my opinion. That woman is broken and she's bitter. She went into the flesh. She walked away from her integrity because of what she thinks Anthony and Shayla is doing. Because he gave Shayla the 5,000. He spent family day with Shayla. He was serenading how beautiful Delicia was. What was she doing? Wasn't she faithful all this time, Romari? Amber was faithful all through that time when her husband was ignoring her calls when he has that phone in his hand. That man has his phone 24/7. I don't be surprised if he don't sleep with it. But he doesn't want to give her 20% or 30% more money. And then guess what he did? He brought Denisha into the marital bed and moved our son in also and got and put the son in the room that he knows Amber stuff is in. So tell me, is that fair? If the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't you want Anthony to get 50%? Come on now. Says if the foot was on the other. But what if that house was Amber's house and Anthony was in Amber's shoes? What would you say? Wouldn't you say Anthony deserves 50% too? Anthony can make that money back. Give her the 50, let she go. If it's, Angela says, Anthony willing to give 2% for 2 years of marriage. That's what he really wants to give her, Angela, see? The answer, Sharon, if Amber has money, she can leave. All right. So now, I'm being honest. I'm just asking question. And I just want to see where my chat family opinion. I just want to hear from you guys. Because when I have so many people on the panel, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Now it's just me and you guys here speaking. Sanata said, the point Amber don't love Anthony. The last love that Amber did have for Anthony when through the door when she saw Anthony in bed with Denisha. That tackled her back to seeing Shayla and Anthony in bed. All right. Thank you for that, Sanata. And then Romari says, Amber has money hiding. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Okay, we are called a spade now, right? So, be reasonable now. Does Anthony have money? Isn't Anthony hiding money also? Asset. Whole heap of things he has hidden. Amber doesn't know that. And you know, I think she deserves something. Today, Ayalani, I think Amber, when she asks for the 50 and asks him to sign and he says you're not getting 50, What Amber could have says, okay, I'm going to take 40 then, or even 30. But I think the reason why she asked for 50, because she know her husband is strategic and he can actually ask for more money. Wasn't that, okay, my question to you guys is, wasn't Anthony lawyer unprofessional? I just want to hear what you guys have to say. Vote on this. She hung up on Amber's lawyer. I'm just typing this in, all right? She did not behave in a professional manner. Wasn't Anthony lawyer unprofessional? Angela C says Constance is weak with her strategy for Amber. It looks like it's gonna be war now between those lawyers. Honestly, I hope Natasha doesn't get this bar, Angela C. I hope Amber lawyer Constance can actually bring the fight at Anthony's door. And what I would love to see Amber does is to go to Dave and tell Dave, look here, we have to cool this. If you're for me, you'll wait for me. But if you're not, I understand. And she walk away and just get into the word and say, God, guide my step. Lead the way for me, God, Lord. That's what I would love for Amber to do. There is our lawyer talking to Anthony lawyer. She has a duty to repent, Anthony, not Amber. She has a duty to repent, Anthony, not Amber. Okay, so Amber need to repent, but Anthony don't need to repent too, Diane? Just asking question. I think both of them sin because both of them married. And a marriage is a covenant unto the Lord, right? So Eklund says, Anthony is going to lose everything. And honestly, guys, and Eklund says Anthony is a narcissist. Do you guys agree with that statement there? Oh, I think that wasn't what we need to do. Yeah, a poll. Should Amber walk away? With her dignity. So I am going to let you guys poll that, all right? Okay, so the poll started. All right? Romari says, all Amber fans going to cry when she gets nothing. All right, thank you, darling, for that. Sanata says, Amber lawyer, what's this to be over because she see what it is doing to her? Yes, even me, she make me cry today. Me not like girl, ladies and gents. Angela C. said, Anthony lawyer tells him she thinks Amber is falling. New skit. Oh, because Amber is crying. So that was a bad strategy for Amber lawyer to call her, telling her that oh my goodness, guys. Hold on. I will just take a look at it meantime. Explain. Angela C. said, Anthony lawyer tells him she thinks Amber is falling. News kit. Okay. I put the computer on it for me to see what's going on. And then Anthony told his lawyer Amber is the woman his mother warned him about. Amber is stressed out. Yes, she is. And watch and see Amber is not getting 50%. Okay, Romari. And Sanata said, even if she didn't get nothing, Anthony is going to lose everything. I think you're right, Sanata. I think Anthony is going to get a job moment. I believe so. But remember what Tolia says. So it's that question is 50-50. All right. I think Anthony is happy to hear that Amber is ready to fall. You know something? If I was Amber, I would actually just walk away. If you were, let me ask you guys a question. Anthony is not losing, Ramari says. Eklund says, Anthony never loves Amber. So Constance is telling him that he needs to accept the 50-50. Right? Yeah, say don't drag this, so let's accept the offer, basically trying to appeal to my emotion as a woman because she's trying to say that you're done or wrong. But yeah, want me to convince you to accept 50-50. That's what they're saying right now. Oh, so you see, I think Amber need a new lawyer. Amber lawyer is telling Anthony lawyer that Anthony lawyer is telling Anthony that Amber lawyer was being unprofessional. She comes to her woman to woman. I know Anthony is smiling. So who gets the last laugh? I want to see the mediation and I'd love. Why did Anthony marry if he did not love her? He does love her. He does love her. I'm upset. Okay, so no, Anthony lawyer says maybe Amber's lawyer was done wrong. So maybe that's why she come at her as woman to woman. And I don't like that smug look on Anthony's face. I can't wait for God to deal with Anthony, seriously. Just like, oh, I want Amber to better. Seriously, guys, Anthony, I need Anthony to learn. Because they can't, if he loves Amber the way he says he loves Amber, look at his face. So what's their strategy? That's what I want to see. What is their strategy? I wish Amber's lawyer never called Anthony lawyer. So now they think they have Sharon. Anthony is going to lose. Of course he's going to lose. Remember, there's always a calm before the storm. Romani says, not anymore. He's not going to lose. Nata says, if Dave is so rich and loves her so much, he should hire her a high-powered attorney and get this over with. Constance is incompetent if she just contacting Anthony lawyer. Exactly. That's what I was saying too, Nata. Because she's saying, oh, this is Amber's lawyer. You mean to all this time? She's taking all that money from Amber and she's just contacting Anthony's lawyer? That make no sense to me. The fact that today is the first time she contacted Anthony attorney tells me she has been doing nothing but collecting the money. Exactly. Well says there. Sanata says, Sharon, Anthony is going to get what is coming to. He's going to be in the streets looking with it. With his hand over his back and forth. All right, she's Constance said. Very unprofessional, Amber. Exactly, Constance. Chance, you hit the nail right hand in the head. You see the front. Oh, Anthony is smiling. He has a wicked grin on his face. He thinks he won. But remember, who laugh first? That saying. Somebody put that saying. If you're Jamaican, you remember. I can't remember all the Jamaicans saying, who laugh last? But you see, oh, Anthony is laughing. Sharon, Anthony loves money more than his wife. He will learn after he lose. Bethel, I really want that boy to learn. It wasn't unprofessional. It was a strategy. Okay, Ethel, Etlin, you think so? Ramari says, all Amber fan keeps on dreaming. Chance says, excuse my word, I apologize. What word you use, Chance? What did Chance says? Very unprofessional, Amber's lawyer. Oh, no worry about that. That's a typo. Um, Amber needs to stop talking about Anthony today. Find a therapist. Find a new lawyer. Exactly, Angela. See, remember? That's what I'm telling people. She needs to get professional help. And she needs to find a new lawyer. This lawyer just contacted Anthony lawyer today. Today. Because then here we've been saying, why isn't it? Betel says, Sharon, Anthony loves money more than his wife. He will learn after. He loves her, but he loves his money more. Even Denisha thinks that Anthony loves her. Anthony doesn't love Denisha. Remember him tell Denisha him love her, you know? Remember him tell Shayla that he loves her. And remember, he said to Peari, you know me before this. So this should have been all yours. Remember. And remember, Anthony prayed that prayer. Remember saying, come to God. And then what did Anthony do when he done that prayer? When he called and didn't get her? What happened? All right. So, and then he saw her with Dave because Amber keep on lying, says she's not like him and Shayla. But she become Anthony and Shayla when she went to Dave. She went into the flesh. Right, guys? It wasn't unprofessional. It was a tragedy. Romani said, Amber fan dreaming. Chance said, excuse my word, I apologize. For what, baby? And then Sanita said, Amber need a new lawyer. Eklund says, if Candice know about Denisha, she would have agreed with Constance. All right. You know what? I don't care if Anthony lawyer went to her as a woman. My thing is, to me, in my humble opinion, I think that was unprofessional of Amber lawyer to tell her, my as a woman, I'm coming to you, woman to woman. They would use that against Amber and tell Anthony, just like what you hear, Anthony lawyer called him and let him know they're breaking Amber down. That means she's gonna walk away either with nothing or she take less. But I hope Constance will get on the balls because me sure know Amber she begin getting that money every 2 weeks. She getting that money or weekly, however she get the money. She's getting Anthony's money. She needs to hire a forensic accountant and go into and get all those assets that Anthony is hiding. So let's see when Anthony lawyer find out that he moves Denisha into the house with her child. Let's see what happens then. That's all I'm saying, guys. That woman has a duty to fight for her client. Constance thought she could go off the record to make a deal that will go against her client best interest. Okay, Nata, I got it. And then that's why I says, that is why I said once more, Amber's lawyer was unprofessional in doing that. Dave really don't leave nothing to do with the divorce but wrong sleeping with a married woman, but Anthony needs to lose everything. Who says that? Bethel said, Belinda says that. Okay. Thank you, Belinda. But if he lose everything, what will Amber get? They need to do a mediation. They should sit across from each client and she should go to her as a woman to woman. Amber and Dave won't last long. Romari is saying. Chan says, that was the word. It just popped out of my mouth. What word? What word? What I can understand is why would anyone want Amber to be with such a man at the psychology showing. That's a narcissist, incurable. He will never change. We can't say that. Let's see what the writer does with his character. Let's see. As it says, morning everyone. Why you all want Anthony to lose is there is no way on God's green earth. You start sound like me now, Ozzy. Green earth. Would I give a man 50% of my money only to walk away with my money and with another man? Okay. Okay, I see. Thank you. I like that. I like that. But she can negotiate for 30. Okay, how do you guys feel if she asks for 30%? Let me pull that. Will it be okay? Will it be okay if Amber asks for 30%? All right, so that's done. So we start the poll. Will that be more acceptable? Guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Okay. Okay, so we have 11 likes, 19 watching. All right, get us all even up. Anthony is a clown, and let me see what else is being said up here. And he stood up and did this with Amber right by his side, and then serve her with divorce paper and move with in with yes, yeah, we said that already. As it says, no more than 20%. Oh, so you wanna give her the 30%. Bethel says, in no fault case, there is a mandatory 30 days waiting period after the responding to serve before the court um, can grant the divorce. It will backfire on him. But we do not know how the lawyer is doing it. How SkitLanta writer is doing it. That's the issue. We don't know. They're not going by the real law anymore. My wife said that was a no. No, she was wrong. Amber needs to hire my wife. She said she would leave Anthony homeless. LOL. Yes. Oh my goodness. Tell your wife, says I totally agree with her. Okay, we'll tell your wife that Amber needs her ASAP. And then Nata says, of course she is not winning, Sharon. You're right, because Amber have all the cards in her and she needs to fire her attorney and hire a new counselor. Exactly, Nata. That's exactly that we need to go. No one wants Anthony just his money. He doesn't have nothing else to give. So Nata, behave yourself. Settle at 30 on her piece. Okay, so I agree with you guys. Since I'm not going to be 50, at least 30 is better than zero, right? Not 2%. Thank you for that. All right, so 67% of you guys says yes. She should ask for um 30 30%. So you guys are on board with that? Please like, share, and support and subscribe. Thank you, Nancy. And then Sabrina says 30% is fine. Hi, Patricia. Amber now has other businesses selling gold. Oh, thank you, dear Patricia. Welcome in. Eklin says, Anthony is spending marital asset, moving a family. Amber is entitled to everything. That's what I was saying, but people, let me just let you guys say what you're saying because in my book, I thought with she lost two babies. She lost her adopted child and she lost her unborn child because of stress. And she was arrested also because she caught her friend in bed with her husband. So all of those things doesn't and he stand up at Roe wedding. He gave his baby mama $5,000. He spent the whole day with her. And the next day, what he did, following Saturday, what they did, he spent the whole day with Delicia. Remember? And he was still how beautiful she is and blah 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 and comfort, right? All right. So, you know what, guys? Don't be surprised when Anthony when he get the Job moment because that is going to be a horrible thing for him. Oh my goodness. So, if Anthony is being so devilish, you know what? Okay. I think I know where the writer is going with this storyline. Amber is getting convicted. We want praying. We want to see Amber continue praying. That's what Amber needs to do. Pray. She needs to pray. Continue praying. Because if a praying wife, then that horrible husband will have to go to God. Because when he start loses, he has to understand what he did. the magnitude of what he's doing. Because God do not like mess. Yes, at least she tell God she's sorry. Because and I hope she meant what she said today when she was crying to God. Say, God, I am sorry. So now, the other question I am gonna say to you guys. Will she give up? Will Amber give up? Because I do not like how messy she walking right now with that tears in her eyes. When I says give up, she give up Dave and she give up everything and walk away from Anthony with nothing, with her LLI, and she just says, oh God, I can't do this no more. Are the tears from his wife going to make Anthony have a Job moment? He doesn't want to give her anything, so if she walks away with nothing, don't think Anthony is not going to suffer, because remember, Sanata is saying she's pregnant. But how you think because she's so emotional, Sanata? Eklin, you agree with that too, that she's pregnant? Patricia said, Amber needs to move out of Dave's house. She's a married woman. God doesn't bless any mess. Exactly. But I think she's at her condo now, son, Patricia. So I hope she stays away from Dave. Tell him, says, I have to do this. I have to go back to God because what I'm doing is not right. Right? Let's see if Dave will. Let's see if Dave will. Let's see if Dave will let her go. Will Dave set her free? Because he loves her. All right, so I need for you guys to vote on this. Oh, I'm giving it to for you to vote on it, and I'm putting it in the recycle. Okay, so I hope not, though. Okay, let's see what sub says. No pregnancy storyline. We are tired of the pregnancy storyline. It's our hormone. Amber needs to move out of, yeah, she definitely needs to move out our thing there. But guys, who is Anthony Dalton, Sonata? Her husband, Amber Dalton husband. Mm-hmm. And he's there laughing. He's there laughing. Nancy says she wants the divorce ASAP. Guys, I want to see the mediation. I really want, and I need her to continue praying. Move out of Dave's house. That's my humbling opinion. Move out of her Dave's house. She's our the podcast gonna start at the end of the month. Our closed closet is gonna open soon, I think, and maybe the same time as the podcast. And then her body cream I got launch too. She's doing the commercial. She did the commercial. Jamie says he wants to do more stuff with her. And Dave mentioned that he's her manager, right? So right now I see her glowing up. And I know is an emotional wreck right now. Because Dave is there telling her how much he loves her. So if she falls in love with Anthony, then she will says she walk away with nothing, and Anthony will be happy that Amber walks away with nothing. Okay, so 7 of you guys voted. I need everybody, yes, 14 of you guys watching. Please hit the button. It's a vote. I need every single one of you guys vote. I need everybody do the voting. Oh God. Shayla mother is there. So you see what Shayla mother do? Tell me now. Between Shayla mother and Amber's situation, the Dalton situation, Shayla mom want 90%. Amber only asking for 50. So what's the difference in her getting the 50%. Amber crash out was for 10 minutes while Amber cried for 40 days and 40 nights. Oh, Shayla crash out was that. It not so that. Eklund, behave yourself. Amber didn't cry for 40 days and 40 nights. Behave yourself, Eklund. So right now, I think, okay, so we get 11 votes. Okay, so we get 64 says Dave will set Amber free. That's what your guy says. Okay, I'm gonna wait and see. I hope they show us a skit that Amber ended with Dave. Amber is crying again. Yes. They show another skit with that. Anthony is going to be in this amazing box when them finish with him. I'm wondering if it was really strategic or that was really unprofessional. Look at that. Look at that. She's talking there and Anthony lawyer hung up on her. So now I think Amber should really have a sit down with Dave because Dave said he loves her and he knows divorce can take forever. I'm not against Anthony or against Amber. I'm just as a reviewer looking in at the two of them, the situation. All right, so now guys, shouldn't Dave, if he loves her, he says he loves her, and if he loves her, shouldn't he says, you know what? Amber go back and says, this is what my lawyer tells me, and I'm done. I can't do this no more. And I have to go to God. They can cut off the physical side of the relationship, right? And she can continue praying to God and let God lead her. Ask God for guidance. And I wonder if she get the guidance, will Dave say to her, say, you know what, babes? Let me get you the best lawyer. And I'd love to see Amber with a new lawyer. And let's see what Anthony lawyer does because I think she's a cutthroat Anthony lawyer. Anthony has a good lawyer. So let's see if Amber can get a new lawyer and let's see what happens then. Amber needs to go get her own place and work on her divorce and wait until it's over. Yes, Nadine. But she has her condo. I think she's at her condo, Nadine. I don't think she spend every night at Dave. Sherm, I think they should show us that she's not living there anymore. And then Sherma says, Amber needs to leave Dave and spend time with God and heal herself. Yes, Sherma, I totally agree with that. And let God do the rest. Pray on it. And when she get enough strength, just say, God, is this marriage over? And if God say, yes, it is over, I would love to see Amber go and get professional help and start doing counseling and work on herself because she needs that for the next relationship she's going to be in. Because to me, I think Dave has a lot more bones coming out of his closet. So right now, it's good for Amber to be by herself. Anthony needs to lose. And I think Denisha is going to be teaching Anthony a very valuable lesson. Chance said, Natasha, isn't she a good... Yes, she is. But guess what, Chance? Libby went to the board and complained to... And Natasha said, Natasha tried to have her unalive and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? All of those things. So now they are going to... And Natasha says, why you come with me with nonsense? You need to investigate that. Right? So let's see. But Natasha knows Anthony and she hates Anthony. I would love to see Natasha being Amber's lawyer. So Wayne, if anyone out there, I know my channel is a little channel. It would be nice to see Amber have Natasha as our lawyer because this behavior here from Constance was not acceptable. That was unprofessionalism in my book. Right, guys? And then Nadine says, yes, she needs therapy. Anthony abused Amber mentally and emotionally. She needs healing right now. She needs healing. And Anthony also needs healing because looked like he was, his mother put up with too much nonsense when he was growing up. She didn't grow him the way he's supposed to because it looks like a peer mistake Anthony make over and over. When you remember when he was with Amber last year, July 4th, what did he do? When Amber didn't want to do that with him, what did he do? He run over by Shayla, slept with Shayla. When Shayla said that he uses her, she kicked him out of her house. Remember that, right? So I agree, Natasha should have been the lawyer from the start. Exactly, Nadine. I think so. And I hope Natasha will win this case against Libby. The reason why Libby went to do what she do, she knows that if Terry has Natasha on board with her, she will lose. And she wants Terry's house. So I hope this big boss here of Natasha, the lawyer association, they will find out that Libby is playing a game and she wants to get Natasha this bar. This is why I want Libby to get accountability for her action also. So everybody, they can't have only Amber wanna get accountability of consequences. Yeah, consequences for her action. Where is Anthony consequences? That's what I am calling a space, everyone. Where is Anthony consequence? There is she. Where is Anthony consequence? That's what I'd like to know. Where is this? Why is, and then where is Shayla consequences? Right? I do not know where any one of those people consequences are. My goodness. And let me see, what am I gonna pin? Yep, she's crying. A lot of people say she's so emotional. They think that she's pregnant. That's what everyone is saying right now, that she's pregnant. And honestly, I hope she's not, because would that be her consequence? You know what I mean? Would that be Amber's consequences, a pregnancy? She loses everything because of her action. And then where is Anthony consequences? That's what I'd like you guys to tell me. Where is Anthony? Because it seems to her, hi Charmin, I know you were calling me, but I was on here doing a little live here with, so Charmaine says, E who laugh last, laugh the best. Yes, that's what I was looking for, Charmaine. Who laugh last, laugh the best. So Anthony is laughing right now. Constance is going to become ruthless. All right, let's see. If not, then I would actually ask for Libby pulling a trump card. I hope they find out that nothing is wrong with Libby. Libby just wants to get Amber's this Natasha this bar because she is there she is. That is Constance. She wants to get Natasha this bar because she knows she was gonna lose that case. And I hope that guy, Princess, actually filed that report against Libby. So we're gonna keep watching, yes. You're absolutely right there, Charmaine. Eklin says, I'm joining you on defense. What? Eklin, you're going on defense now too? You're going to join her on defense too? Yeah. Oh my goodness. God has a plan. We have to trust the process. That's what we have to believe, guy. If she is pregnant, I don't think she would mind the baby over. She don't. Nadine says, if she is pregnant, I don't think she would mind the baby over the money. Okay. And then Patricia says, do you think Amber is pregnant? I don't think she is pregnant. I hope she's not. You know what? I have to look at her some more. If they are showing us her in the bathroom doing anything, but I think she's at her breaking point because of what Anthony said to her this morning. And then Charmaine says, every time Amber interacts with Anthony, she gets emotional. That is true, Charmaine. Kichan says, Sharon, what about the little man with the red hat and the suit? LOL. oh, oh my goodness. I know, eh? Oh yes. What that the lawyer name again? The fly lawyer. I don't know if he does divorce law, but you never know. That would be a good lawyer. Yes, he could be. Yes, chance. It's your cooking time season, so she says here. In my opinion, Amber fans. And thank you, Eklin Charmaine says. And was it Princess? Yeah, it was Princess. Was it Princess? I thought it was Sharon. No, Princess. Remember, Libby grab away Princess phone yesterday when she had talked about help Natasha because she had tried to get evidence against Natasha. But at least Natasha got the girl to do a statement, but she was trying to get her to file charges. But let's see what happened with that. I have to go back and look at that skit to see what happened. I noticed how Amber get emotional and just walk away. Yes, Patricia, she is because of what Anthony said to her. And Nadine says, um, uh, Charmaine make a valid point too. All of you guys make valid points. Can you please tell me why anyone listens to Wayne when it comes to relationship? He has no credibility when it comes to exactly even done. So we have Amber called him to talk to Anthony. Anthony called him to talk about Denisha and what he should do. And he calls him every time, but he didn't tell Wayne that Denisha is a dancer, was a dancer, or that Denisha went to jail. You understand? He doesn't do that. And then Shayla call Wayne too. Oh, and then Delicia called him. What should she walk out with Iman? And then this morning, this is the nonsense they give us with Amber and Anthony. Oh boy, I tell you guys, this is just too much. Amber should get her own place like Dave Mother suggests. She have her own place until the divorce is final. Exactly. Well said there. Sherma said, so true, Sharon. Anthony needs karma to write, oh, he happy. But Charmaine couldn't say it better. Couldn't say it better. So true, Anthony, guys, right now, Anthony a laugh, you know. Anthony a laugh. But who laugh last is going to win. So I think Amber is going to win against Anthony. Trust me, guys. They're setting it up in a way. And Charmaine says, do you think if Amber is pregnant, Anthony would be happy for her or crash out? Anthony would definitely crash out. He would not be happy for her. He would crash out. You see, if they go this route, and Charmaine, if they go this route, just like how she can accept his child, he should accept Amber's child. Charmaine, Anthony would be crashing out. Yes, he would be crashing out, but say for instance, the two of them go to God. If God has a plan, he'd have to accept Amber child because Amber accept is if they're gonna keep Shayla in the Dalton's marriage, then Dave are gonna be in the Dalton marriage too because I think Dave is here to stay, guys. He is here to stay. I don't think maybe he was temporary, but he's getting numbers. So I think he's here to stay. That baby Shayla as is not Anthony's. That's what I told you guys long time ago. That's Arby's baby. Me already tell you that long time. So that's why you see when me come on and me talk and me share me talk, me not have to say the same thing over and over. Me say it already. So me no need to go voice that again. Oh boy, because I remember when she did the DNA test, she said, oh my God, and then she hid the pregnancy. She was hiding the pregnancy test behind her back, and Arby said, what is that? And then she tell him that she's pregnant. Yeah, and then she told her mother, when her mother asked her, are you sure the baby is for Anthony? She said she's not sure. Remember that skit. Come on, guys. All right, so me rest my case. Me not have to talk about that. The baby no belongs to Amber. Dave would never allow Amber man to father his child. Exactly, Charmaine. He would not. They gave Evelyn her own storyline, but it's boring. Ah ha ha. Yes, it is boring. And then Nadine says, I am an Amber's fan. I'm an Amber fan, but she act as if she has no sense sometimes. She allowed Shayla Ernestine to get her in Dave's house. She said nothing to them. I would have kicked them out. Darling, Nadine, from the day she hear Shayla was in the car, and Onipat said, this okay? Mother said to Onipat, no, it's not okay. I will reschedule this right now. No, one thing I'm truthful. And if she didn't like how she didn't, she said when they show up and she was outside, Mother have my pocketbook and my key and says, look here, I'm so sorry guys, but I have to go. That's it. Or I wouldn't let them come to the house. Really, I would not. Angelina has tampered with the result. That woman is not right. We already know Patricia. We already know she did. He is a smart little guy, Kai. Yeah, he is. He's a smart baby. But they're gonna have a party for him this year. I wonder how much Shayla is gonna spend this year. Maybe 50,000, because for his first birthday, it was 15,000. I wouldn't even think should have got 30 this time. I think should have got 50. And each year she keep on increase it, double it, triple it. Nadine says, I am telling you, Amber acts stupid sometimes, low vibration. Nadine, I know that. I don't like when she is not acting right. And when I call her out, people says I ate in an Amber, or other people will say, oh, we don't bash this year. We're not bashing nobody. We just do not like. I want to see Amber stay in her accountability. Be sustainable. Go to God, know that you're doing wrong, ask for forgiveness, and cut off the physical relationship with Dave. That's all I'm saying. And continue. Don't fall back into the flesh until after the divorce is over. Charmaine, did that Natasha do something to that lady? No, she did not. Eklund, you have to ask me. I watched that. Why is she against her like that? The committee president. Oh, that lady, Natasha. Okay, let me tell you, Eklund. Natasha slept with Jacoby after she won the case with Jacoby. Kendrick reported her to that lady. Kendrick was in his feeling and he reported her and told a lie. So, because she started the relationship after everything was done, she got tell the lady, say, yes, she in a relationship with Kobe. She should have been professional and blah, blah, blah. But she didn't start the relationship until after she won the case. So she should have tell the lady that. And she didn't stand up for herself then. So this is why the lady is against Natasha, the committee president. Yes, so that's what happened. It says that his own mother wants nothing to do with him, always push him off to somebody else. It is true, so true. I love your channel. I pray success on you. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. And then Charmaine says, I think Amber lawyer called Anthony lawyer because she knew that she could call Anthony saying Amber is about to fall. So Anthony will drop his guard. That's a good idea, Charmaine. I like that take. Eklund said, correct, Charmaine. Eklund said, Sharon, you was introduced to Natasha by Rolanda first. Who was into Sharon? You was introduced to Natasha by Rolanda first. Okay. Oh yes, she was introduced to. Okay. Remember the first day when she was introduced to Natasha? I thought you meant why she doesn't like her because of what Kendrick told her. But when she was that lady is a Rolanda friend, yes, and Natasha was sitting there watching the sex tape of Kobe when Miss Gladys expired. So that's why the lady doesn't I believe she have that against Natasha. I don't think she knows that she was watching the sex tape. Sherma says, I feel that woman was with Kendrick. You think so? Oh yes. That is why Don maybe get off the case. What do you think? Don case was dismissed. I think so. I think so. Good point there, Sherman. Yes, I was wondering who the judge was. So maybe it's her. Nashasha got feelings for Jacoby after watching the video with Jacoby with the deceased woman. Yes, and she keep watching that over and over. She never invested. She doesn't like Natasha. Yeah, I know. I know she really doesn't. So I think it's because of of Kendrick. She could be the judge, yeah. And then Charmaine says, I think Amber lawyer is about to blindside them and Anthony is about to have another health crisis. Well, not Charmaine, right now, if they have a health crisis, let Denisha take care of him. Everybody doesn't like Amber. I mean, and I know a lot of people don't like Anthony But what Anthony is doing right now is foul. We have to call a spade a spade. Yes, he might have him house before Amber. Yes. But that's a marital home. Yes, he could give her something. I would take 30% for her. And that's what as far as I will drop it down to 30%. She don't deserve 50, give her 30. Even 25% is better than zero. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But I like your idea. I think Amber Law is about to blindside them. I hope so. Because when I look at it, she says that woman hung up on me. Well, let's see if this lawyer is really good, or is she gonna prove us that she is a Timo lawyer. Maybe I should poll that. Let's see how you guys poll it. Will Amber lawyer win against Anthony's lawyer? Or should I says which lawyer? Oh, hold on. Which lawyer will win? Yeah. Which lawyer will win? Okay. So we're gonna put Candice. I think that's where Anthony lawyer name is, right? Candice. Candice and Constance. Let's see what you guys say there. And let me see the Timo lawyer. Let's see the Timo lawyer. Well, the Timo lawyer, I think Amber lawyer is, yeah, okay, me read that. And then Eklund says, she's a real lawyer, LOL. Stop calling her the Timo lawyer. Well, you guys give her the name in O'Neill chat. Behave yourself. I'm just repeat. Even my chat on a scholar, the Timo lawyer. Okay. So you guys do 50%. So they're going to tie. Ungo two vote. Come on, guys. Ungo two people are watch right now. Oh my goodness. Constant is Amber lawyer. Right. And oh lordy. It's supposed to be constant. Me know why that says I was gonna. Oh lordy lord. I think I need to redo that poll. Yeah, that no. Me can't have something looking unprofessional. Look like me a turn Anthony foolishness there. Me trying to get my thing. Okay, here we go here. Well, Anthony loses. As we're going to make Anthony lose this time because it seems like Anthony is winning. And then right here, Amber said, Denisha is not Anthony's wife, so she could not make any decision if Anthony is incapacitated. You're absolutely right, Charmaine. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. And this is Amber. We put Amber button. She's on the screen there. Yep, she's on the screen. All right. So we have Amber back is on the screen. Angela Constant is Amber's lawyer. And then Sherma says yes. She's very hard on Natasha with attitude. Yeah, she's very hard on Natasha with attitude. And then vote please. Hi Sharon. Hi Suzette. And then that was a dumb move from Amber's lawyer. That's what I was saying. Okay, Suzette, can I ask you something? Are you a lawyer in real life? I miss crazy Shayla. Really? Me not miss her today. And then Charmaine says, Constant told Amber that she has a strategy for Anthony. So I think that was part of it because when Amber left, she was feeling much better and no longer crying. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. And then Suzette says, don't be surprised if Anthony has a health crisis. That's what Charmaine just said a few minutes ago. And then Suzette says, Constance's strategy was to call Anthony attorney, which backfired. Yes, it did backfire. Suzette says, no, who says that? Angela say, it's going to be a challenge watching Amber and Anthony reconcile. They have hurt each other deeply. The only way for them to reconcile is if that's how the writer writing it. I do not know, so I'm not going to talk about no reconciling right now. We are talking about where we are still right now. Call a spade a spade. Right now, we know God has a plan. With God, all things are possible, but God will not put a married man with a single woman, that Denisha. And God would not put a married woman, which is Amber, to a single man, Dave. Right? But Dave is in love with Amber. Right? Oh boy. And as Charmaine says, how will they feel when he finds out about Wayne? But I shouldn't feel anyway because he has many women. But you know what is the character, right? But remember, she told Aunt Dave, I am not squeaky clean either, right? So let's see what happens from there. Shayla is not available. She's tired from crashing. You tell them, Angela. And then, what you call it? Anthony is the devil, Yolanda says. And Angela, Shayla still lying down on the floor with her phone held in her hand. Maybe she sent the yes ma'am and Iman didn't show up. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Eklin needs sedative. Oh my goodness. She needs sedative, eh? Mm-hmm. She does need sedative. Oh, I tell you. So we have Amber there looking like that. So Amber, so 70% of you guys, Anthony will lose, right? All right. So goodness, my phone keep going off. Let's see here. Charmaine said, I don't think that call backfire because Amber lawyer must know that Anthony lawyer would call him to tell him about what she said about Amber emotional state. All right, so Charmaine, that look on Anthony face at the end. Did he? Oh, let me put my password in. Did he? I can't remember my password. I have to get back. Did you like the look on Anthony's face? Is that he says, "Oh, I got her where I want"? It's like that's what Anthony is saying. I think the call gave Anthony the upper hand. Yes, it did. He's the devil, Yolanda says. Yep. I totally agree. I totally. Anthony think he's winning. Yes, yes. Let me just move this down so we can take a look at his face. He is smiling. He is literally smiling, guy. Oh well, thank you. You are more than welcome. I'm happy to help you. That's what the lawyer tell him. Okay, so now let me ask you guys this question and just be honest. Don't be in your feelings. Don't be in your feelings. Don't get in your feelings. All right. If Amber ask Anthony, it's not past tense, so ask Anthony. No, or tell Anthony. Yeah, tell Anthony. Tell Anthony she doesn't want a divorce. Will he take her back? Will he still want her? All right. It's just because I saw that look on his face. Let me ask you guys this tough question. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying. All right, so let me come up here. Correct, Charmaine. He's evil. Suzette says, I think the call gave Anthony the upper hand. Eklund says, Anthony thinks he's winning. Angela says they need to bring in Erica Kane to be Amber's therapist from All My Children soap opera. Okay, so she's still around, Erica Kane. I haven't seen her in a long time, Erica Kane. I haven't watched this soap opera in a long time. Charmaine said Anthony thinks that he has Amber where he wants her. Okay. So what you think Amber should do next? That's what I'm asking you guys. Please put it in the chat. What should Amber do next? So if Amber tells Anthony she doesn't want a divorce, okay, you guys says 86% says yes, he'll take her back. All right. So if I'm gonna poll this one. If I'm trying to end that. If she goes back, if she goes back, will Anthony will Anthony do right by her this time? And be honest, we're not saying that we want that to happen, but just in case that's how the writer write it. That way we're not surprised. If she goes back, will Anthony do right by her this time? Where's Shayla, who asked for Pierre and Ron skit? When I want Shayla, I don't want Ron. I want to see a resolution to Amber and Dave's situation. All right, so go tell Dave, honey. Go tell Dave, honey, I'll be back. I am not going to see a man about a horse. Yolanda. Oh, I hope so, Sabrina. Sherman says she should walk away for a peace. I think so too, but I think she should let God lead her though. Honestly, she shouldn't walk away unless God tell her to get her own place. Cut off that physical side of the relationship and just continue praying and let God guide her. So if God guides her, then she asks God, do you think Anthony and I is over? And she can also ask God, do you want me to give Anthony another chance? Hear what God said to her. You know what I mean? Let's see what God has a plan to do with Amber. Honestly, Amber needs to heal. She needs to heal. I need her to get her self-confidence back and boss up. And when Anthony saw her, even when if they still get the divorce, I want when Anthony saw her, Anthony said, wish he had never divorced her, although she asked for the divorce, that he had treated her better. She should walk away for a peace. Thank you, Sherma. At this point, if honestly, guys, I'll be honest with you. See, if I was in Amber's shoes, I would walk away. Especially me have a podcast coming, me having my store open up, and I will tell God, say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fall in the flesh, but I am. A human and things happens, but I'll ask God for forgiveness just like Amber did today. I'm really proud of her for doing that, and I hope the next kid we see that she actually not just saying be convicted because she's in front of the lawyer and talking to God and says because she's emotional right now, you know what I mean? So I hope she goes to, I want to see another skit with she and Dave having that conversation and she just cut it off and say, you know what, they can be friends, but if you love me enough, set me free. Let me get this divorce out of the way. And I have to talk to God and let him guide me. And she just moved that way. So let's see now if her Constance is gonna do the right thing by Amber this time. Let's see if that was a strategic plan or she was just a dumb lawyer from Timo. That's what I'm saying. And then she should walk away for her peace. He will do right if he gives him. He will do right if he give his life to God and repent. Yes, Susan. Yeah, that yes, he will. If that's happened. If that's how they write in the story. Next move for Amber, hire a new attorney. Thank you, Angela C. Charmaine says, Anthony lawyer says she was going to prepare a proposal and send it to Amber's lawyer, which I am almost certain they will reject. Okay. So now what Amber has to go, she have to go correct to God. She have to go to him correctly. And then let's see her prayer. if Amber continue praying, maybe Anthony will, what you call it there, Anthony will get conviction to pray also and talk to God, because who laugh last about, right? Correct, Suzette. But he has to lose everything for that to happen. Him not have to lose everything for that to happen. If she's continue praying and ask God to show Anthony the way, maybe that will happen. But I'll see how you guys, all the storyline goes. I'm dying to see how the writer does it, honestly. God guides his providence. Devil guides and divided. Exactly, Angela. You're absolutely right. God's God guides, he provides. Devil guides and divides. Exactly. Well said. Well said, Angela C. God's protect, devil neglect. Exactly. Eklund, I agree. He has to lose everything. Okay. So Charmaine thing gonna come into play. Anthony is gonna have a Job moment. That's in my book. He is definitely gonna have a Job moment. I totally agree with that. This can go either way. I don't know, Dave. It's not for her. All right. Thank you, darling. Susan, well said there. And Sherma says, we are seeing Anthony ways, but not seeing Dave on. And it could be just as bad as Anthony. Sherma, I said that all the time, but a lot of people not seeing that. This is why I'm here. Dave's stuff is gonna come to the forefront, but right now we need Amber to move herself out of the line of fire. Yeah. And there is Amber in the back there. So you guys voted and you guys says no. Let's end that poll. I'm trying to end the poll, but it not behaving right at all. Yolanda says, oh wait there. Yolanda says they are going to be playing that song they played when Shayla went to the Daltons, Karma Karma. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. And Charmaine said new skit. What's the new skit about, Charm? Please tell me it's not about PRA and Ron, because seriously, I don't want to see for PRA. Today is not a day for PRA, and today is not a day for Shayla. Today is actually Amber's day. Seriously. Today is Amber's day. Okay, so she come up with another offer for Anthony. Anthony Lawyer, come up. Anthony Lawyer called with a proposal. Let's see what the proposal is, guy. So there is Amber. So Anthony Lawyer, I don't have a photo of Anthony Lawyer. I have to go get a photo of her for our live at I think I'll come on at 5. 5. I think 5 good for everybody. You guys getting out home from work and thing. So let me just draw this down. Let me see what she said. Ooh. Okay. Guys, it looks like it's in Amber's. It looks like it's in Amber's. Okay, so in light of fact, your wife arguably, she put her life on the altar to bolster your career. You did go out and have a child while you were married to her? What are your thoughts about this? Does the lawyer knows about 100,000? 100,000 for 4. What? What kind of guys? What may I say? She says 100 plus 4K monthly for the next 2 years. 100,000 is nothing. He was give her 250,000. It's less than 20%. So there's nowhere near 50%. But the odds are she's getting absolutely nothing or slim to none. And this is a drop in the bucket for you. You're making roughly 3 million a year. You've been making that before. You're made that after. What's your thoughts? So you says 100 grand and 4 grand a year. For how long? 4 grand a month. 4 grand a month. I'm sorry. 4 grand a month for 2 years. So now Anthony, I said that is Anthony saying that is generous, guys? Charmaine, is that generous? Oh, so she'll get less than 20%. No, that is wickedness. That is wickedness. And he moved, she doesn't know that he moved Denisha into the house. Do you guys, of course, that's less than 20%. Angela says 100 plus 100,000 plus plus 4,000 per month for 2 years. It's a joke. Anthony's earning 3 million per year. And then Charmaine says, don't think Amber will accept that offer. That's nothing, Suzette says. She needs to know that Amber has been living with Dave. Sabrina says she needs to know. And then Sabrina, she also need to know that Anthony moved the girl into the house with her kid. So the ball is still in Amber's in Amber's. That's Sky school fee, Eklund says. That's nothing, Sanita. That's just a joke. That's wickedness. That is wickedness. Me can't believe it. Hi there. Hi, darling. Oh my goodness, guys. This is a lot. So that's less than 20%. Amber Turney just offered 196K. That's all she get. That's what that Willie is saying. That acceptable? That's all I need to know. That is that acceptable? Is that acceptable? Obviously, his attorney is not aware of his hidden asset. No. Anthony lawyer doesn't don't not Anthony lawyer don't nothing, and that's Anthony. She doesn't know that Anthony is doing anything. Anthony loves that proposal offer draft up by his attorney, peanuts and crumbs. It's an insult. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. That is terrible. Well, if that's the case, then it's as cheap. Me stay in a marriage and sin. Me sorry. But then again, God now God bless me if me do that. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see what's going to happen when Amber lawyer see that when she sent it to him. And then L.I. Hero, Charmaine says, Anthony lawyer was the one who made the offer, not Amber. Wait there, Amber lawyer made that stupid offer to Anthony lawyer? Or was that Anthony lawyer telling her that's what she should give Amber? Not acceptable. He has to lose before his karma. It's him, yes. He offered her more to stay with him. Remember, he offered her 250,000 in cash. Yes, he did. I would have taken that 250,000. It's worse than yes, Susan. I would take the 250,000. No, Anthony lawyer, attorney, counter offer. Okay, that Willie. Thank you, darling. Raquel says yes, exactly, Suzette. Anthony lawyer told him this proposal. Okay. No, Anthony lawyer says Anthony to give Amber. No, that was Anthony's lawyer recommendation. Well, I don't think she's gonna accept that. That is nothing. This has steep, she stay in a marriage. If I was Amber, I would stay in the marriage. Go to God and beg God to forgive me. That's what I would have done. Yep, that's what I would have done, guys. Seriously, that's what I would have done. This is horrible. That is horrible. Guys, I can't even fathom what I'm seeing right now. I can't. This is just unbelievable what Anthony Lawyer just offered his wife, Amber. And he thinks that's acceptable? Okay, hold on. Charmaine says, don't think Amber Lawyer will accept that. Eklund says, Sharon, Anthony is going to lose everything. A mediator needed to be immediate. Definitely, Angela. Definitely. I hope we see that. Amber Lawyer should have counter offered 35%. Exactly. I wouldn't accept that. I say 500K plus 5K per month for 2 years. That is a good offer. Thank you, that Willie. I think that would have been better. And a very reasonable offer, but she feels entitled. Otherwise says, very reasonable offer. She feels entitled. She will not take it because she's thirsty. And it's important for her to win so she can save face for her friends. Okay, thank you for that, Allah. And Eros says, constant call to Anthony Lawyer was unprofessional. They might use it against her in court. Okay. Whoever is a lawyer on here, let me know if that was unprofessional. I just want to hear what you guys have to say on that part. Any lawyer in the house? Please put it in the chat what you think what Era just said. They can use Amber's lawyer behavior in court. That was just a conversation off the record, lawyer to lawyer. So in my opinion, I don't think that was that's supposed to be off the record. Okay, so Shayla getting 10K per month for 18 years. Yeah, and Amber go get what, 2,000? 2,000, let's say, or oh, wait there. What is Amber gonna get again? I forget. 100,000. Oh my goodness, that is just cheap. That. May have got with Miss Johnson and Andrea one other day later. This brings the fight out of Amber. Just my opinion says this will bring the fight out of her. Suzette says Eklund Shayla as a baby. Wow. Sue says I am saying he's insulting Amber. Yeah. 4,000 a month. Just my opinion says. That Willie says 196K. So she gonna get 100 and that's in total, right? Just Willie. That Willie. 100. That is for everything. Battle of the Daltons continue. Yes, the Battle of the Daltons continues. Yeah. So I think that's what I'll name later the show of the Daltons. Continues. I think I have one like that. Miss Nice says 100K. And okay, so they might give her 100,000 and then 4,000 per month. Oh my God. That can't even pay our car payment. After she pay her car payment, she has no money. Oh my God, guys. She's going to be a papa. Oh, seriously? Allah says, off the record or not, that was very unprofessional. Yes, it was unprofessional. I totally agree with that statement. Work in a family court. She was trying to make her a something out of professional. Okay. My wife said she could keep fighting for more. That's not enough. Exactly. Thank you, Chance. Tell your wife I say thank you very much. And I hope your wife subscribe to me to you, no Chance. Because she can come on sometime and give me her opinion also. And then Sanata says, Anthony Lawyer needs to look at Anthony doing before she goes to court because it's not going to be good to find out what Anthony is doing in court. That's okay. I don't want her to know anything. I hope Amber's lawyer gonna fight for her and do the right thing by her and they get the upper hand and Anthony loses. Yeah. She get more than the 50%. Amber lawyer is cheap and will bring cheap result. Oh my God, otherwise. So now Allah is telling us says Amber have a Timo lawyer. Sonata says, that's nothing for all Anthony to do to Amber. Oh my God, that is horrible. That's Amber's attorney's fee. Exactly, that's Amber's attorney's fee. If I were Amber, oh, would settle for 1 million and 6K per month for 5 years. Okay, thank you, Miss Nice. That's a good offer. And then Eklund says, Candice is going to feel like a fool when she finds out all Anthony is doing. And then Chance say, absolutely. Okay, thank you, Chance. Till I say thank you. And again, just my opinion says, that is an insult. Now we are going to see a fight. I hope we do see a fight. I'm looking forward for this court. I'm looking forward to it. Now we are going to see a fight. Amber is going to make his life miserable. His lawyer doesn't know Denisha lives there. Once she finds out, she's going to raise it. I hope so. Alice says, Sharon, oh, is the first time Amber lawyer talked to Candice? Because she said today, Allah, remember, she says, oh, this is Amber's lawyer, Constance. Shouldn't she, can I speak to Candice? To Candice, yeah. That's what she said. I wrote it down. And I'm here saying, is this the first time Anthony lawyer is talking to Anthony's lawyer? Yeah, because of the statement. Go back and watch that tape. You'll see what I'm saying. And I'm saying this is the first time in all these months she's getting money. Amber attorney should have requested recovery before a counter offer. Exactly that. This is why I say she's a Timu lawyer. She need a new lawyer ASAP. ASAP. Yes, Eklund, and she's going to find out about it in court. She's going to know what type of man he is. Charmaine says, Sharon, that is just an offer, which I know that Amber lawyer will not accept. So now the real fights begins. Yes, now the real fights begins. I'm all for that. It doesn't gone to her attorney yet. This is happening due to her disobedience to God. Either she's going to walk away or counter offer. Anthony is hurting and reacting out of that hurt. I totally agree with that, Suzette. And Amber is also hurting too. And the reason why she's hurting because her soul, she's fighting against her conscience. Still, she has to talk to God. Don't you see how she break down there? Wait, let me see if I have a photo of her breaking. That is when she was leaving. I'm trying to remember how I get the photo. All right. I'm trying to see if I add it. No, I only have when she was getting up. I think that is either that's when she leaving or when, yeah, that is when Amber was leaving. She wasn't crying then. And I only have the photo of her pleading to Anthony. That is her when she was pleading to Anthony. Yeah. But Constant here. There is Constant. Look like a little genie if you ask me. Look at her talking to Anthony, a lawyer. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me move her out of the way. Then Suzette says it hasn't gone to her attorney yet. This is happening due to her disobedience. Okay, I read that. Let's be honest with ourselves. Guys, Anthony lawyer is more professional than Amber's lawyer. And again, Amber is not telling her lawyer the truth. Thank you, dear Arrow. And Sanita says, don't worry, Anthony, who laugh the best. All right, thank you. And then Eklund says, yes, I agree. She should have the podcast meeting at Anthony's home. Yeah, she should have done that. I already said that, so I'm not going to go through that again. I said the same thing first time I've spoken. I would have just moved back into the mansion. If that's the case, I'll move back into the mansion, do what I'm doing. I don't mean to go cheat or anything. Just move back into the mansion. Denisha can't come in. But if Denisha is there and Anthony want the son and Denisha in that house, then I would stay at my condo. I'll just cut it off with Dave and just continue praying and let God guide me. That's what I will do. I would cause no so much hell until Denisha's son would come out and say, I'm ready to go home. And then Eklund says, same Yolanda. Allah says, that makes no sense. She's stubborn. She robbing Amber pushing for divorce, and today First call to Anne's lawyer. Firepoint that. Anthony do all this. Just my opinion says Anthony is going to get it from the left from Angelina and right from Amber. I think we are going to see a strong Amber behind all this. I think so too, Just Bomb. And then Charmaine says, we don't know what Amber lawyer will do. So until Amber lawyer get the offer, we will know. Definitely we will know. What if conscious is getting to her after hearing what if conscience is getting to her after hearing Amber cry out to God? Anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Guys, please hit the like button. I need 10 more likes. Come on, hit the like button. 10 more likes. This is very interesting. This is interesting. I wonder what Amber gonna do next. The ball, it will be in her court. I'm wondering what she's gonna do next. You know what? I'm here for it. I am dying to see where the writers is going. I would like to pick up the nuggets, so I'm gonna watch this again so I can get the nuggets. And then I will make an informed suggestion. Please hit the like button. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Angela C. Please hit the like button. We need 3 more likes. Just 3 more likes we need. All right, guys, hit the like button. This is going to be a roller coaster thing between Amber. And I hope they're going to give it to us. Not but give it to us today and then they drop off. I just want to see action. I want to see them do the mediation. I want to see them in court. I want to see Amber standing on the dotted line. I want to see all of that. And I want Amber to go live with her Dave to see. And I want Anthony to go live with Indonesia. And then him have the most miserable life with Indonesia. But let's see how the writer write it. God has a plan. We have to trust the process. So let's see what God's plan is for Amber. Let's see what God's plan is for Anthony. Guys, we need 5 more likes. Please hit the like button. And Sanita said, I want to see what comes next. Yes. Because today was surprising and that was really good. And I tell you, every time that woman Amber can't hacky, man. Every time that woman cries, she make everybody cry. My God. I wish I did have some song here that I can play it. Because she did a fabulous job in that. You know what I mean? She did a fabulous job. I am so proud of Amber right now, guys. I want to see what comes next, Anita says. Amber is going to do what she always do, play the victim. Oh, God, Allah. We don't want that. We don't want Amber playing no victim. She's the victim. She is the victim in this mess, although she asked for the divorce, yep. Because she assumption is a comfort to a fool. You know what I mean? But there is the lawyer. You know what I mean? And where is the man wife? And here is Amber. There she is. Let me see if I have any shot of no, I have no picture of Anthony today. Just Amber and her lawyer. Yeah, there she is. And then at the end of the day, the judge will have the final judgment, not both lawyers. Okay, Errol, thank you for the scientist. Say, yes, Errol, the judge has the final say. And I hope we get to see a judge. I wonder who is gonna play the judge. You think is that gonna be that judge that talking to Natasha that can't stand Natasha right now? I need to break back to Shayla's crash out, please. Well, they're giving us Miss Johnson right now. And they're giving, so did Ron sleep with her? We're going to deviate from that. Did Ron sleep with her? Piari? Please let me know, okay, guys? Please let me know if Ron sleep with Piari. And then I need a jump back to that. Allah says she's not the victim. She let Shayla start all this and she's still doing the same thing. She didn't let Shayla steal her husband. Come on now, Allah, you have to be fair. I dear Tyrene, And then lawyer Brittany needs to make a FaceTime appearance to see how Amber is doing. Help Amber. Oh God, guys, it would have been nice. Brittany came back in. I miss Brittany. I really miss Brittany, and I miss Rolanda. I must say, but Rolanda is not a lawyer, so I hope and Natasha doesn't lose her doesn't get this bar, and she becomes Amber's new lawyer. I'm not calling a soul a spade, Sharon. LOL. You're calling a so I don't know what you mean. You call a spade, may I understand. You call a spade, right, darling? Me I call a spade too. But she's the don't you see your emotion? Don't you feel okay? Allah, did you cry? Did you cry when she was crying? That's all I want to know. Because one thing, whenever she's acting, she always draw the audience in. That's the difference between Amber and Shayla. Don't you guys agree with that? Don't you guys agree with that? That's all I'm asking. And then Brittany cannot do anything again in this skit because Brittany is now a judge. Yes, Errol. That's what, yeah, we know. But people just want Brittany in. Okay, I was okay. All right. Tyrene says, okay, let me see what Tyrene says. I hope Constance comes hard from now on since Candice hung upon her. I hope so to Tyrene. I hope so. I'm looking forward for this mediation. I'm looking for the divorce. I'm sorry, guy. And I'm also looking for Amber to continue to be in her word and walk away from Dave. And if he's for her, he will still be there for her. Let's see what the writer does with God as a plan. We must trust the process. Let's see what God's plan is for Amber. Let's see what God's plan is for Anthony. Because Amber cannot go into another relationship broken like how she's right now. That's not good for her or that relationship. Don't you guys agree? And then with Anthony, Anthony can't go on worshiping money. He has to put God first. Put God first. Remember him that prayer to God says, oh God, I put you first. And then my money and then Denisha. Something of the sort like that, right? So let's see what God plan is for Mr. Dalton. Let's see what God plan is for Mrs. Dalton. Will they get a divorce? That's all I'm saying, guys. Will they get a divorce? And guys, whatever the writer does, I'm all on board on that. We just want healing for Anthony Dalton and for Amber Dalton. Amber could just walk away, but she worshiping money. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Allah. Put God first. In everything we do, we have to put God first. Era said, why is Amber crying now? She started this war by asking Anthony for divorce. Because of Dave, she was celebrating with Shayla and Tamir other day over Dave. Amber, don't cry, okay? Oh my goodness, guys. You guys are some okay. Thank you, dear. Thank you, guys. You guys did fabulous. One thing I can do, I love how honest my chat family is, and I love you guys' opinion. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Wait, the Just Bomb says this will make Amber slow down with Dave. She won't want anyone to have control over her. Anthony Kama is now, and Just Bomb, my opinion, absolutely right. Amber do not want no other man to have control over her ever again. That is why she asked Anthony for that 50%. And I think that is my opinion. You know what I mean? Because I think she wants to have that. And if she and Anthony is meant to be together, maybe they will be back together. I do not know. But I think that's why she want that 50. She want that nest egg. So if you guys notice, she doesn't want Dave to buy her anything. She wants that money from her husband. She don't want nothing from nobody. And I'm here wondering if she just... Anyway, I'll leave that thought in my head. I'm going to leave that thought there. Later, everyone, enjoy peaceful, blessed day. Eat some yummy lunch. All right, everybody. Bye for now. I love you now. And I don't even remember how to get out of here.